Alright, let's finish up the original trilogy with Men in Black 3. So, does this movie ignore the second one? Or if it does, then I don't know. Because if it ignored the second one, then K wouldn't be there, I guess. But, like, we start off with a break-in on the moon base or something, and we get Boris the Animal, played by Jermaine Clement. And he has this vendetta against K because of something that happened in 1969. And this whole event that happened in 1969 actually connects back to not only K, but J as well. We find out later. So Boris goes back in time and kills K before he's able to stop, never to put up the arc light and able to, or the arc net that protects the planet. And I just thought of this. If they had an arc net, why were they so goddamn afraid of the Archelians then? They have the arc net. Archelians. Maybe they can go through the thing. I don't know. But maybe they can deactivate it from the ship. I don't know. But then the first one. Yeah. So Jay goes back in time to track down Boris and kill Boris before he's able to kill K. And so he ends up running into the younger version of K, played by Josh Brolin. And right away, I'm gonna call, I don't know, not bullshit, but like, I'm confused. So, in the second one, K got deneuralized, which got most of his memories back, except for what happened with the, Zelina and all that stuff. And he couldn't remember anything that happened. And then, while watching that Peter Graves video, he remembered what happened in that event. But, did he, like, when they neuralized it before, did they just take out those memories? Or was there memories that happened before that he didn't remember? Because I was thinking about this. Sorry. Now, after K is deneuralized in the second one, he says he can't remember. He must deneuralize himself beforehand to forget about the memories. Was that every memory he had before that? Because we know he remembers when he first encountered the aliens and stuff. He was on his way. So we know he remembers that. That has to be back in the 50s at least. And, so, if you think about it, about how old was his wife in the 97 movie? 50s, 97. I guess 30 years. It was 1957 and 30 years. Could work, I guess. Tommy Lee Jones' age, but, I'm just trying to question this. Because, okay, did K, have memories of stuff he did before 1979, which is when the events of the whole Selena stuff in the past would have taken place, right? Because, at least as far as I know, because Rosario Dawson was born in 1979, which means it had to take place in either 1979 or 1980. I don't remember what that video at the beginning of Men in Black 2 says, but it had to take place around that. If they kept the baby the baby there. So, just saying. I know that actors sometimes play younger or older characters. I understand that. The characters in the movies aren't always... Like, I had a thought with Avengers Endgame about the age of Tony Stark, because they go back to 1970 in Endgame, spoiler alert, and Tony Stark's not born yet. But Robert Downey Jr. was born in 1968, I believe. So he would have been like 2 years old. So it's confusing on what age, the actor is compared to what age the character is. Character could be older, character could be younger. You never know. You get like 25-year-olds to play teenagers sometimes. Depends on how old they look, So, because so I never know the exact age. My point is, like, trying to put this timeline together is confusing as hell anyway. I didn't add more of this into it, where in 1969, which they got Will Smith's right, because he was born in 1968, although how old is the boy? 2-year-old? Could be a 2-year-old? 1-year-old? Because he was born in 1968, it's 1969, he was 1 year old. Could be walking around, but he talking? Maybe. Full sentences? I don't know. And Jay could be older than what, the actor is. Who knows? But who knows? We don't even know, like, K's actual age either. He says, Jay makes a joke that he's 110, 111 years old when he tries to talk. Oh, who's the new leader of the Men in Black? The new heading of Men in Black. Because Zed passed away, which means Rip Torn didn't want to come back. I missed him, though. And Frank was in this movie. So I think he's dead, but I think he shows up in the spin-off, so he's not dead. Because there's a big picture on Jay's wall. And you think maybe he passed away, but I don't think he's dead. Because I think that he shows up in the spin-off, so we'll get to that tomorrow. But no, it's just this whole time travel, as the doctor would say, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. It's confusing. Because we find out that Jay's father is the one who helps out, Jay and Kay, and he dies. And, because Boris kills him. And he's always supposed to die. That's the point. And, so we're led to believe in this film that Kay was there, and that's when he first neuralized Jay. So, but this completely changes everything, where in the first one, he was recruited because as Kay said, but then again, his memory could have been, when you get to the second one, his memory could have been, wiped, and when he got his memory back, he remembered. I don't know. But he said that he wanted Jay because he ran down an alien on bare feet. On just, not bare feet, but like on foot, so to speak. And that's why I wanted him. Now, he could have been, saying that to Zed, but knowing who he is, especially knowing his name is James Edwards III. James Allen Edwards III, something like that. I don't know. But it's just confusing when you try to connect it to the other two. And like I said, it always felt like the first one was supposed to be a standalone film. But they made more films with it. And as it went on, things just got more confusing. Like what they did with Kay in the second one kind of destroyed what his character was going for in the first one. And now this one completely changes everything we thought we knew about the first one. Where in the first one, it looked like Kay recruited him because he tracked down a alien on foot. Where in this one, he recruited him it seems like he recruited him because of his connection to what happened in 1969. So I don't know. It's very confusing. And you got Griffin, who's an alien who can tell the future. He's an Archelian. Wait, what? Is he? No, he's not. Because an Archelian is a little alien inside the head, right? And this guy is different. So he's not an Archelian. Right? Because in the first one, the Archelians are the things inside the people's head, the little buggy-eyed things, right? He can't... No. Sure won't say on there. I don't know. But it's just weird. But yeah, my son and I watched this one the most. And I actually like this one a lot. It's just confusing when you try to connect it with the other two. Especially when you're doing a review series on it. Not really review, when you're trying to review films. And you're watching them back to back. And it's getting more confusing the more you watch them. You know what I mean? But yeah. And, you know, because Jay's always confused why Kay's always cold to him. And, you know, we're led to believe it's because he had to do what he had to do with, you know. I don't know. But now Kay's a little bit changed as he's smiling and he's singing a little bit at the end. I really don't know, you know. It's confusing. The one thing, though, that they should have addressed, and that, I know it would have probably given away the twist, I guess. But, like, so, since Kay was murdered in 1969 by the future Boris, that means the events that led to the death of Jay's father wouldn't have happened. So Jay's father would technically still been alive. Right? And really, I always thought that Jay chose to be part of MIB because he didn't have any attachments. You know, no family, nothing. And that's why he decided to become MIB. So, if his father was still around, though, I mean, his father could have died of an illness sometime later, but if his father was still around, see, that would be interesting, like, you know, if he woke up and he wasn't part of the MIB. Because that's another thing. If Kay wasn't around, he wouldn't be there to convince Zed to recruit Jay. So this whole thing is messed up, all because they still wanted Jay to be part of MIB to go back in time. But the fact that if Kay wasn't around, he wasn't, Kay's dead in 1969. If he dies in 1969, he's not there to, one, be a part of the events in 1979 with Zelina, and thus the whole world's fucked anyway. Two, he's not there to convince Zed to recruit Jay to begin with. So that completely changes stuff. Like, and the fact that it takes from 1969 to 2013 for the invasion, the Bogladite invasion, to happen. Like, when Jay wakes up, they should already be occupied by Bogladites. They should have taken over. Because how does it take freaking from 1969 to 2013? As you can tell, I don't know the math on that. But how does it take that long to get the invasion going? I mean, come on. And like I said, there should have been more significant changes. Jay should have been part of the MIB. I know it would have, you know, been harder for him to figure out what's going on, but he could figure out something going on. You know what I mean? And that James Darrell Edwards, that's what it is. And then, like, his father should have still been alive, because that should have changed. If Kate wasn't, if that didn't happen, you know, I mean, he could have still killed his father, but, you know, it would have been a nice switch. That would have ruined the twist, but I'm just saying. It would have been interesting. But as it stands, this film, it's pretty good. I think I like it a little bit in the second one after watching these back to back. So I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. What are your thoughts on Back to the Future? It's time travel. What are your thoughts on Men in Black 3? Not Back to the Future 3. I already did that one. Men in Black 3. What are your thoughts on Men in Black 3? Leave them in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.